Hello everybody and welcome back to ARK Survival Ascended. This time, it is not evolved. Crazy, I know, right? And that's because I'm making a mod. And this mod is called Reborn Robots. And Reborn Robots, general gist, is increasing the power level of the Enforcer, adding 2 new dehumanable robots, the defense unit and the attack drone, and a few others coming down the road, to make them more interesting, less about their power level, and more about something called attachments. Now, there's a lot of stuff I have planned for this mod, and it's just gonna be really cool. Hopefully they work and come out. Anyways, to start the mod, you must make something called a tech constructor, which is this structure here. You learn it at level 68, and you can make everything here. If you have folder view on, this is what it looks like. But I don't use folder view because I'm cool like that. I guess. Anyways, yes, Reborn Robots is a rework or a creature rebalance mod. So similar to something like Kraken's Better Dinos, but a very small scale of Kraken's Better Dinos, if you get that. So to start with the constructor, you're probably going to want to make one of these 3 creatures: the Enforcer, defense unit, or attack drone. Well, let's just start with the Enforcer for now. You can make a saddle for it, which is the energy shield. The energy shield basically acts as primitive saddle armor, giving the 50% damage reduction, as we all know. And it does some extra stuff on top against Corrupted specifically. The items and creatures of my mod have bonus multipliers against Corrupted of the regular Enforcer variety of the 4 times multiplier. And then the attachment bank just allows you to attach things. So let's go over the drones or robots first. I'm not going to go too in-depth about every single detail. I'm just kind of going to show them, explain a little bit, and let you guys play with them yourselves. I'm going to put this guy over here so I don't make him go off the cliff, because there's a slight bug with him right now. So, when you ride a creature, one of my creatures, you get little things on the right that tell you your abilities and keybinds, which is really nice. So, now let's install the shield. Has a visible effect. And you now have the saddle arm. Now the attachment bank is where things get fun. You attach this, and then let's go pick over some attachments. So I'm only going to pick one for now, just to showcase, because I don't want to showcase all of them. Let's go to the, let's go to the mine launcher. Let's do that one. So, with the attachments, there's 4 different varieties. You got cores, which are combat systems. You got drives, which are mobility systems. Modules, which are sustained defense systems. And units, which are creation summoning based. So if I come over here, now let's just apply the mine launcher core. So with the attachment bank active, you press E and force feed it. Now you have the mine launcher active. Ooh, this is a cool little pond. Look at this. Anyways, now, with this active, you just press Control, or not Control, sorry, X, with the mine launcher core, and boom. He just fucking dies. Now, I need to test out the stats of my mod because I haven't really messed with it yet, and it's needing a bit of balance tweaks, so let's fix that first. So, ooh, that's not bad. Sorry, I'm just testing a few things right now with the stats and stuff. So I'm a little silent because I'm focusing. Sorry. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay. Anyways, my bad. I got distracted a little bit. So, the scaling works great with the Enforcer, which is a problem I had earlier in a last testing run, but yeah. So, that explains the modules and stuff, and then I'll explain how to get rid of them and how to change them. So first off, let me actually grab another module real quick. For another thing. Let's just do the mobility enhancer. Let's start simple. Force feed this. Now, you can't activate both of them. As you can see, I activated the speed module. the mobility enhancer. Now to swap, you keep moving and you press control. You'll hear that sound effect, that means you swapped. And now I place mines down. If I press control again, I swap back to speed. That's just how it works. Now if you stand still and hold control, you take the attachments off and give them to your player. So now I have both attachments. That's the basic gist of the mod, and how we're going to do this. Now, I wanted to keep the mod showcase section a little soft because I just don't want to take 4 years to explain everything. So, defense unit. Attacks are left, right, C to roll. Just the regular like rolling of the defense unit and stuff. Like a Star Wars droideka almost. And then press R is a new attack I made, which is from an unused asset. Press R to do an overhead jump slam. Does hefty damage, costs 450 stamina, and it's just generally very costly. So that's what that does. The attack drone's a very funny one, and I think some people will like this one. It's more of a suppression unit. Oh yeah. And the attack drone here is a suppression unit. Does not do much damage, with its left click at least, but it has another attack on C, which is a rapid fire charge cannon, or what do you want to call it. So hold C. And you fire this. This does scale with melee. Anyways. I say now, we do some stress testing. So, let me pop out of GCM. Let me grab infinite stats on my character so I don't have to worry about him. Okay. And we're gonna grab a few things. So, let's grab the attachment bank off this guy. And we're gonna grab 2 specific modules for a defense unit. We're grabbing the replication unit, and we're grabbing the repair module. I will show these in combat. And we're going to make our defense unit a summoner hybrid. So, let's level it up. We're not going to use all levels. We're just going to use some. So, let's just put this into stats that I care about. And another thing I should mention that I forgot again, because there's so much shit for me to remember. But basically, energy is now a resource instead of your food stat. It is still a food stat, but it is your resource. So it regains, if I level this up, 5 per second. This is basically a resource meter from Overwatch. Now, let me bring a idea to this. And the reason you want energy is because replication and the repair module both drain energy while using. And the replication module actually has a unique function where its power of your replica is stronger with your energy stat. So I'm going to go a summoner build, but a hybrid. So I'm going to give some stats to my health, melee, and stam, but also buffing the hell out of energy. And I'm not going to use all levels, I'm just going to use some. These are my testing stats, so let me refill stats. And I say, let's go do this. Let's go find a red drop, and I will be back with you guys in a second. I returned, and we have our drop coming down. So this is my regular damage against these guys. But let's go do this, shall we? So, to explain my modules a little bit, is I have a replication module, which replicates myself, and a healing module, which heals me. So here's replication, and there's his stats based off my stats and my energy stat. He's pretty okay. And then healing obviously heals me. As you can see this. Let's do this. This is going to be, before I do this is going to be explained as a stress test. If I'm going to try and play it to the best of my ability, and these robots by themselves are not supposed to win an OSD supposedly just for the free win. It's a free win. You have to really try for this. So it's not a huge replacement to just a Pocket Giga or a Carcharodontosaurus max leveled, because these guys cannot breed, mutate, or imprint. So this is going to be an idea test, stress test, I guess is the way to call it. If we lose, we lose. If we win, we win. Let's do this. I'm going to try and commentate what I'm doing as well, and how I'm playing, because this mod requires a little more thinking than just left click, right click, and brute force. It requires some intentional thinking, and it is a little scary at times when doing it alone. But when you have friends with you all doing different things, that can really bring the intensity ramp of this mod even higher. So, as you can see, my defense unit, almost said Enforcer, does about 2k damage to corrupt targets, but only about 200 to 300, 200 to non-corrupt targets. Or is it 1,200? I think it is. So, against corrupted targets, that's where this mod really shines. So you'll see a lot of use on Extinction, but some other maps, their attachments are going to be their main focus rather than their base damage, like the corruption. Well, against corruption. Yeah. Oh, there he is. I was struggling to look for you. So obviously, first wave, it's the preliminary wave, wave 0, does not really have any dangerous threats in it yet. But now this is where stuff gets real. So, I don't know what I'm on. I should really add an indicator for that. Okay, I'm on this. Let me swap over to replication, and now keep a mental note of that. Now the enemies are coming. So we've really got to start playing well. Let's deal with the Spino first, get him out of the way. I'm gonna summon my replication unit, send him after him. Or actually, I'm gonna send him on aggressive. And now that's gonna drain my energy over time, as you can tell in the top right. It is very fast. So bringing energy into this build is a very important thing. I'm gonna have him defend this side. I'm gonna go over here and defend this side. Now I'm actually going to shut him off for now, because I need to save my energy for later. As you can see, I'm already down like 1,000 energy. I really got to be careful with that drain. Field's down. That's probably mainly from me attacking it, to be honest. Fishing again. Coming out a little bit. But the fishing unit's a little stuck. I guess defense unit AI is just not that good. That's okay though. He's figuring it out slowly. So I'm gonna actually deactivate him so I don't lose energy. I'm actually gonna disable harvesting on this guy. There we go. But yeah, as you can tell, I am struggling a little bit, and that's honestly okay. I am regaining energy at a decently fast rate, and I do have an idea for a recycler unit, or recycler module, I should say, as an attachment, which will allow you to regain energy at an even faster rate. To really sell in these summoner builds. We just gotta wait for them to come towards us because they're taking their sweet time and struggling. But this gives me time to actually regain energy, so honestly that's probably a good thing. Regen some health, regain some energy. Works for me, in my favor. Because as you know with ARK OSTs, if you're not near them, they just kind of despawn. Which really sucks, but you know, it's okay. We still have some energy in reserve. 7k out of 10,000 is a really good amount. Now, I just gotta keep an eye on my energy. I don't want to use my replication unit too much. Because using it too much will make me lose over time. Because not having any energy to use in the necessary crisis is really going to screw me over. These are level like 250, 300 corrupted dinos. They hit hard. As you can tell, with the 50% extra resistance to corrupted and saddle armor, I'm still taking some pretty hefty damage. Alright, I'm gonna summon my replication unit here because I'm now starting to get a little overwhelmed. Chill for a second now. Might even swap over to heal a little bit. As you can tell, my healing is going crazy. Toggle that off. Toggle back to replication. Actually, I'm going to keep them off for now. I'm going to save them. About half energy reserves, half health. Wave 2 done. Not bad. I'm actually quite impressed. What's the drop looking like? Drop is completely fine. Honestly, I could probably let the drop take even more damage than I need it to be, but... than I need to take, but yeah. Let him do some things. back because he's struggling a little bit to do anything major. Well, he's doing some work, but his AI is a little struggling. You know, ARK AI things. Turn him off because my energy is getting very low. I really gotta conserve that energy. But I gotta heal. Decisions. I'll try and push my health a little further. See if I can get some more use out of it. But yeah, I really gotta be careful. I might have to start disengaging here to not waste too many resources. Now we just take a second to relax and chill while we wait for them to come to us, because as you can tell, my reserves are getting pretty low in the health department and even the energy department.
An enemy!
I had to let him get him first because I don't want to leave the OSD's range. This is wave 3. This is pretty good, honestly, for how, like, for how demanding these robots can be at points. This is pretty good stress test, I'm not gonna lie. I feel as if I'm powerful, but I also feel like I have limits. Show my ally. Off because it's being stuck. I'm actually going to start healing and trying to take damage now. I'm going to cut it off at the 2000 energy mark. Stop it there. Yeah, my energy reserves are getting low now. Try not to spam my heavy attack too much because I really need to regain some energy. Energy reserves and health are getting very low. This is the last wave. This is actually really good. I was not expecting to get this far. Obviously, since the defense unit is a brawler tank, it fits the OST role pretty damn well. For a solo unit, at least. Ooh, I really need to heal. Alright, I'm probably going to end up using all my last reserves for this. I need to kill this wyvern immediately. He's really going to hurt me. Ooh, oh no. Alright, I might be dead. And there goes my energy. Might have to disengage for a second. Here's an end rage. I'm gonna let them attack the drop for a second because I really need to chill. I need to kill this wyvern. Oh, okay. Well, stress test complete. It was a very close matchup. A red OSD with one unit with a replicator build actually did pretty okay. If anything, I actually think if the AI of the replication was a little better, I actually think I would have had that. Though I'm not really bothered too much. Okay, that's all for this video actually. That's a really good test. The defense unit, which is made for OSDs and stuff, or as a tank brawler, which fits the most for OSDs and their hard-cased swarms, actually did really solid. It got low a lot, and I had to really use my repair module a little bit. But replication, unfortunately, despite the buffs, is good, very good. But if a unit gets behind the defense unit specifically, they struggle with their AI. But I think the Enforcer probably would have had a better time if it was the replicated unit. But as the replicated, or I should say as the one I was riding, not that good. Okay. Anyways, that's all for now. I hope you all enjoyed this little showcase. Didn't really go too much into detail, and I apologize for that. But this is to showcase the mod and its power level. Especially with the stuff it's good for. That is all for now. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.